It's always been the case that employers have a duty to ensure the health and safety of their employees, so far as is reasonably practicable, and nothing on that has changed. On the 11th of May, the government issued separate workplace guides to help employers work safely during the coronavirus pandemic. The key messages from the guidelines are firstly that employees should continue to work from home if they can. Secondly, and only if you're planning for employees to return to the workplace, you should carry out a risk assessment specifically for COVID-19 in consultation with workers or trade unions. Thirdly, you should step up cleaning processes and maintain 2-metre social distancing in the workplace where possible. But if this can't be done, then you should try to manage the risk of transmission. However, these workplace guidelines shouldn't be seen as comprehensive or the be-all and end-all. There may be parts which you can't comply with. And if that's the case, although you'll need a good explanation why, if you fail to follow these guidelines, it will not be a breach of the health and safety rules. But equally, if you can do more to protect employees than is set out in the workplace guidelines and you fail to do so, that could still be a breach. The easiest way to carry out a risk assessment is to mentally walk your employee's journey through the workplace, starting from entering the building. Where do they go? So lifts, stairwells, corridors, what do they touch? Doors, keyboards, equipment, who do they speak to? And then take measures to mitigate the risks from those contact points. If you recognise a trade union or have health and safety representatives in place already, you should consult with those bodies about the risk assessment. If you don't recognise a union and you choose not to elect representatives, you should engage with your staff directly. Now, health and safety legislation says this consultation must be in good time. In practice, this means you have to allow enough time for your employees to consider the matters being raised and provide their responses before any major move back to work takes place. You are required to reduce the risk to the lowest reasonably practicable level, bearing in mind that your health and safety obligations are entirely specific to your business, so what's practical for one might not be for another. You do not have to eliminate the virus from the workplace, but you must take reasonable and proportionate steps relative to your business to reduce the risk as low as you can. Note that your communications with employees are going to be critical to the question of whether an employee can reasonably refuse to return to work if they have concerns about health and safety in the workplace. We'll consider this issue in the next part of this series.